Hello, my name is Kel Bailey and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my content creation space, the place where I make music at. I've lived in this house now for about 3 years, and one of the things that was super important to me was having a studio that I could make music in and create content in as well. So let's get into it. So let's start with the keyboards first. So the keyboard we have on top is the YAMAHA MOTAGE XF6. I just got that keyboard last month. I got it to program some sounds. I'm working on a pack for the motif actually. So that's why I picked up that board. I plan on making some content with that keyboard as well and giving you guys a tutorial on that keyboard. But this is a really good keyboard and I really like it a lot. It has those classic motif and YAMAHA sounds on there, so I got it for a great deal. Facebook Marketplace is the way to go if you are looking for gear. So that's what we have on top. On the bottom, I have a Control S61 by Native Instruments. This is a really cool MIDI keyboard. The keybed on it feels really good. It's a little stiff, but I really like the features on this keyboard and the integration that it has with Logic Pro. Essentially on this keyboard, I can control the faders in Logic by using these knobs right here. I can also press start and record and stop by using this keyboard. And when you're working with Kontakt and Native Instrument libraries, all of those libraries pop up on this screen right here. So you don't have to worry about going to your computer to change the libraries. You can do all of it with these knobs and with this control and stuff right here. So that's a really good keyboard. Native Instruments actually sent this keyboard over to me. So I wouldn't have got it if they didn't send it over, but I'm working on something for Kontakt. Then moving over here to the right, I have the Juno X made by Roland. This keyboard has really allowed me to learn sound design. One of the things that Randy Jenkins told me maybe about a year ago, he said, if you really want to learn sound design, you really need to get a keyboard or a synth that has knobs on it that you can actually hear what's happening. When you turn down the attack, you can hear what's happening. When you turn down the decay, you can hear what's happening. And he mentioned that that would allow me to learn sound design on a new level. So that's why I got this Roland Juno X right here. Super dope keyboard. I wish it had more polyphony on it, but that's neither here nor there. But I really like the keyboard. Moving over to the main keyboard in the studio, the one that gets all of the attention is the Rhodes Stage 4. I just got this keyboard a couple of weeks ago. I've really been enjoying the experience with this keyboard, and I'll go ahead and say it. It's one of my favorite keyboards right now. On top of the Rhodes Stage 4, I have a Stream Deck. This is what I use to control the scenes when I'm recording. So if I need to switch to camera 1, I'll press this right here. If I need to switch to camera 2, I can press this right here. If I need to stop the live stream or pull up the comments, I can do all of that with these buttons right here. Hey, if you're still enjoying this video, I want you to hit that like button for me. And I want to let you guys in on something. So I am a part of Sweetwater affiliate program. So basically what that means is if you click my link below and you're looking for some new gear to buy, just by using my link and adding something to your cart and actually checking out and buying it, I get a small percentage of what you buy. So that is a way that you can kind of support me and support my channel further. So the next time you consider buying some new musical gear, consider using my link. All right, let's get back to the video. Now over to the left of me, we have a Subsequent 37 made by Moog on top. I really don't use the Moog a lot. I plan on making some more content with the Moog. But when I tell you having a Moog in your studio is the way to go, you definitely should check out getting a Moog used if you can. I feel like the way it cuts through when I'm recording bass, the analog feel on this keyboard is really crazy and it feels really warm. I'm probably going to keep this keyboard forever just because I feel like having a Moog is just a cheat code. Again, more content on the way on the Moog as well. Now to the bottom of us, we have a lot going on. So this is a keyboard stand, right? So I took this keyboard stand and I got an old bookshelf off of Etsy to make it almost into like a desk. So what you're looking at when you see this section over here, it's a keyboard stand and just a bookshelf to hold this Rodecaster and this iRig and this light right there. So I got the iRig stream right here. This is what I use when I'm recording Instagram videos. So this Rodecaster Pro 2 is almost like a audio interface. So I'm running out of the Rodecaster Pro 2 into the iRig stream. And what's running into the Rodecaster is my Focusrite 18i20. So I'll explain that again because I often get questions on my setup and how I get things so clear. So my main interface in the studio is the Focusrite 18i20. I'm running this Focusrite 18i20 into the Rodecaster Pro, from the Rodecaster Pro into the iRig stream. I have another video on my channel explaining this setup and how I get clear audio. This Rodecaster Pro, I mainly got it because I needed something to use for the software that I use called Ecamm to make videos. I wasn't able to really use the Focusrite 18i20 the way that I wanted to with that software. So everyone recommended me the Rodecaster Pro. I'm glad that I got this. This is really, really crazy, and it really has elevated my studio and has helped me to record the content that I need. And the reason why all of this gear is really helpful is because I've set up my studio in a way, this is a cheat code for you, that all I have to do is come in here, sit down, open up my laptop, open up my software and press record, and I can have a video done in 5 to 10 minutes. It makes making music and content really easy and fun. All right, we have a 40-inch monitor right here. This is the main monitor that I use when I'm making music or making content. So this is like a 40-inch flat screen monitor. I'll leave the link below. And right below it, we have a iPad. I think it's dead right now. Oh, it's not dead. I haven't used it in a couple of days, but we have the iPad right beneath. I use that iPad sometimes to take notes on my videos. To the left of that, we have a headphone amplifier by Sterling. I use that, of course, for headphones. And then if I'm having a session and I have singers in here and they need to be able to plug in to hear what's going on, I have an option for 4 headphones that can plug into the Sterling device right here. Underneath, we have a Livewire power conditioner. I plug up all of my gear into this conditioner right here. It protects everything, of course. Then, as I mentioned earlier, we have the Focusrite 18i20. Then we have a motif rack underneath the Focusrite 18i20. You got to have that classic sound, the Power Grand, Munchkins. It's a lot of classic sounds on this motif rack, and yeah, you guys definitely should check it out if you don't know about the motif rack. Then over to the right of the rack units, we have another Focusrite interface, but it's an Octopre. So this only gives me 8 inputs and 8 outputs, of course. But this gives me an additional 8 inputs, so I'm able to plug up all of the gear that I have. Underneath, we have the Phantom XR rack. I got rid of my X6 to make space for more keyboards, and I got the XR rack, which is the X6 in rack form. I am using JBL monitors. These are really standard studio monitors, nothing special. I want to say they're probably like $150 each. But I've been using these monitors now for a couple of years. I want to upgrade at a certain point, but I don't really blast music in here a lot. So these are just standard monitors that are getting me by for now. In the corner, you see we have a camera. The camera that I use as my main camera is the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. And I'm using a Sigma lens. Super simple camera to use. I think it's one of those budget-friendly cameras that if you're trying to get into content and you want a good camera that's quality, get the Sony ZV-E10 with the Sigma lens and you'll be good. Moving on, I have a overhead camera. The overhead camera I'm using is the Canon M50. The M50 is another budget-friendly standard camera if you're trying to get into content that a lot of people recommend. I use that as the overhead camera. And then we're using like a T-stand to hold the camera, the M50. The laptop that I'm using for the studio is the MacBook M1. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM along with 2 terabytes of storage. I got this computer in 2022. You should definitely check out the M1 series if you are in the market for a laptop. They got the M1, the M2, and then I think the M4. So these are really, really good laptops, and it's been holding up really well for me. Then I have these lights over to the right of me. The lights that I'm using is the GVM lights. I got them off of Amazon, but these are the lights that kind of make it more bright in my room, and I use these for content. Then we have a 50-inch LG TV in here. I use this as a second monitor when I'm live streaming. So when I'm live streaming, I'm looking at this camera right here in the corner, and I'm looking at my screen right here, but oftentimes I'll put up the chat on this screen right here. So when you see me looking to the right, it's because I'm reading the chat on this screen. And then I'll drag other things to this monitor as well. Then we have another ambient type light in the corner off of Amazon. I'll leave the link below. This light was like maybe $80 because it's an RGB light. But that's a really, really cool light. It comes with a remote as well. Then of course over here we got some posters. I do have acoustic treatment on the walls. I have it on the ceiling as well. So we got acoustic treatment over there. It really helps this room to sound good and dampen. It's not soundproofing, but it does absorb a lot of good sound in here. So when I walk in my room from my hallway into this room, you can notice that there's a difference. Like, it's much quieter in here versus being in the hallway. Sound doesn't just project and bounce everywhere when I'm in this room. The acoustic treatment that I have, I forgot who it's made by. I'll leave the link below, but it's really, really good. On the back wall right here, we have some lights made by Govee, and the corner light is made by Govee too. And then at the top, we got some plaques. Got this plaque off of Etsy. Over 100K streams as of December 2024. Freedom is here. Then I got another plaque right here. That was a full tour of my home studio. I showed you guys just about everything that I use to make content and to make music in here. I hope that this video was somewhat helpful. I'll try to leave the links below of everything that I mentioned in this video. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. But this is my home studio. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are out.